just to get you started so we can review. Find the axis of symmetry. Everybody remember how to do that? A little bit. And the vertex.
I know how to do it.
Okay. What's our formula for axis of symmetry? Do we have a formula for it? Yes, we do. How do we find that axis of symmetry? Is it? X? Come on. Huh? That's how we find what? Okay. Okay.
Y equals AX squared plus BX. Oh.
That is our actual quadratic formula. Axis of symmetry. And the vertex. What did we do yesterday? It's okay. Is that how we find our vertex instead? Is that how we get to our vertex? I'm just asking all questions that you might be asking yourself. That's all. Be confident in your answer. When we find our axis of symmetry, we do what?
We plug it in.
You said you plug it in?
Yes. She's right.
Huh?
She was right.
Okay. I want you to be confident in it. I want you to know that that's correct. All right. Go ahead and finish these problems. It's only 4 of them. So your axis of symmetry, she was right. It's negative b over 2 times a. I just want y'all to be able to check. Yes, that's correct. Negative b over 2 times a. You can write that over in that left. Okay. Right up under where it says intro to quadratic functions, you can write that right in there. Negative b over 2a. While you're doing that, what's the best way, just by looking at your quadratic equation, what's the best way to know which way the parabola is going to open? Anybody tell me?
The positive or the negative?
Tell me. Oh, give it to me. Give it to me.
If it's positive or negative.
I can't hear you.
If it's positive or negative.
Okay, so if it's positive, what happens? Well,
If the A is positive,
That's-
specified.
if the A is positive, it does what?
It goes up.
That's right. It opens up. Because it's positive, it goes up. So if it's negative, it goes which way?
Down.
Down. Yes. Great. So when you're looking at your actual problem on the warm-up, you already know how to sketch your parabola too, don't you? Open, because you know when you come in, you just go ahead and open up everything. Go ahead and open up Desmos. Plug the problem, the quadratic function, into Desmos. Go ahead and type it in. It'll, because Desmos is our friend, so it's going to give you what you need. Are you using Desmos? Use Desmos to help you out. Use Desmos to help you out. Desmos is our friend. You're going to be able to use Desmos on the EOC. is Desmos? All right, let's move on and then we'll come back to our warm up. In Desmos, if you just actually go ahead and put in the formula given, the actual equation given, Desmos will tell you the vertex. Did everybody see that? Just put in y equals 3x squared plus 6x minus 1. Desmos will give it to you. Because why? Just say Desmos is our friend. So why should we use Desmos? Desmos gonna give y'all the answers. Okay, McKenna?
I love Desmos.
We're right. All right. So just by chance, I know everybody's probably finished with number 1. It's y equals 3x squared plus 6x minus 1. First of all, which way did our parabola open?
Up.
Up. That's correct. Now, what is our vertex?
No, it's
One moment. That jacket is tight.
no, it's crunchy, but it's
-1, -4. Can somebody check that? -1, -4. Just give me a check. Yes? Good job. You want to make sure that you check every time, okay? Just use each other and check. Now, on the number 2, just so we can do both, y equals a -x squared minus 4x plus 5. Did we put that in Desmos? First thing, which way is our parabola going to open? Down, because it's a negative. The A is negative. So our parabola is going to go down. So when we put it in there, what is our vertex? -2, -2, 9. Somebody check that? Okay. All right. Let's move on to our steps to a graph. Let's switch over to your actual packet. Are we ready?
Yes.
We're going to steps to a graph, a quadratic equation. All right. Let's just go over a couple things. One, we just found the axis of symmetry. We know how to do that. We know how to find the vertex. And of course, we know that vertex is right in the middle when we do our actual, here we go. Whenever we have a parabola, it is right in the middle. It gives us that line of symmetry, right?
Yes.
All right. So now let's plot the points and connect it into a smooth parabola so we can get started. Everybody make sure that you are on steps to a graph. Steps to graph a quadratic equation. Are we all there?
No.
All right. So our first equation today is y equals x squared. What we need to do first is find our axis of symmetry. What do we need to do first? That's what we write. bear with me. Doesn't want me to write today. All right, so our first thing is, quiet y'all. If it's y equals x squared, our formula is negative b over 2a. We're right here on number 1. Negative b over 2a. What is our a?
1.
Our a is 1. Do we have a b at all?
No.
So we need to put 0, a negative 0, over 2 times a.
Oh,
Doesn't want me to write today.
X equals 0.
Doesn't want me to write today, guys. Okay. All right, so we did negative 0 over 2 times a. What does that equal? What does our x equal?
0.
Our x will equal 0. If you use Desmos also, you can go ahead and put that in Desmos.
damn, I thought I had more.
But then you're writing your actual answer here. All right, so listen. This is what I need you to do. Everybody paying attention? Just in this space here, or you can write over here. You can put that negative 0 over 2 times 1. It's not going to let me write today for now. And that will equal 0, just to give you some space to write. And our axis of symmetry, which means x equals 0, right? That's what we said,
Yes.
right? So you put your x equals 0 on that line where it says axis of symmetry. X equals 0 here.
Where about my vision?
All right, yes. All right, now let's find our vertex. What is our vertex? If you went ahead and put it in Desmos, it'll tell you your vertex too.
Zero,
0, 0. So your vertex is 0, 0. Use the tools that you have available. You don't have to think through it, okay? You just need to know what to put in where, okay? So if our x equals 0, our vertex is 0, 0. What is our domain? Our domain, does everybody know what that means first? Huh? I can say it again. Okay. The domain means if it goes, the parabola goes this way up to the left and it goes up to the right. All those numbers are all real numbers.
I love it.
Does that make sense? They're all real numbers, right? You don't have any decimals or anything like that. Everything is a real number. So because it's going up, then all your real numbers, you put that IR, because it means it's all the numbers. You can go ahead and put that on that. Most of the time when you're doing parabolas, your domain is going to be all real numbers, okay? Because it goes from here to here, and it's infinity, okay? So now, your range. Where's your range? Where does it start at? The range just starts where the vertex is. Your range starts at 0, which means your y values, because everything, their parabola is going up, it's going to go from 0 to infinity. So your y is going to equal greater than or equal to 0. Negative b over 2a. If you notice, I'm going to always write my equation, my formula first. Cause then that'll keep reminding me every time I do it what those steps are, okay? So what is my negative b this time?
-8.
-8. Now this is what you were talking about, how you change that sign, right? I'm gonna keep it out here, but I'm gonna put my -8 inside those parentheses, okay? Just so we can visually see what's going on. And then 2 times, what is our a? -1. So I'm gonna keep that. Now what do we do? When you have those two signs together, what do?
Positive.
It makes it positive. So now I have an 8 over, what's 2 times -1? -2. So I keep that there. Can we keep it like that? Okay, so what is 8 divided by a -2?
-4.
Why do we say a -4?
Because one negative times positive is negative.
Okay. So that means our axis of symmetry is what? So our x is gonna equal -4. So just already, that's gonna be one of our x's over here, okay? Matter of fact, let's go ahead and fill that in right there in the middle. Okay, we're gonna do it all together. Want to do it in parts first? Now we're gonna put it all together at the same time. What is our vertex? Is what? Our vertex is -4, -1. Does everybody understand how? How do we get to our y? What's the best way to get to our y? Let me ask that. If I don't have Desmos, how can I get to my y?
By solving the equation.
You just plug it into the equation. Now, if you have Desmos, and which will be available to you on your assessment, right, on the ELC, plug it in. Because Desmos is our friend. What is our domain? All real numbers. And at this point, what will be our range? What's our y?
Y is greater.
Which way is our parabola going?
Or positive.
You're using your y. Your y. Which way is our parabola going?
Down.
Down.
So Y is less than.
There you go. Y is less than or equal to, what is our y? -1. Now, if we go ahead and plot just our -4, -1, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1. So now we know that everything we do is going to go down that way. Okay? So let's plot some points. Write down the points. For x, -6, we're going to go in order. -5, we're going to do -3, and -2. Let's calculate. If we plug in -6, you want me to go through the steps? You got it? Want me to go through the steps with you?
No.
No? Because you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. -6, what is our y?